Walked in this party, these girls looking at me. Skinny jeans on, he ain't know my head nappy. Hey, okay. I want y'all to do this dance now. Juju on that beat, juju on that beat, juju on that, juju on that, juju on that beat. Now slide, chop, hit the phone, don't stop, hey, don't stop, hey, don't stop, hey. Run a man on that beat, hey, run a man on that beat, hey, run a man on that beat, hey.
Welcome to the Zono Sports Show, where you know Zonos. Good morning. It's the king. It's the one, the only, me, Zo. Gotta talk to y'all this morning. Now, speaking of talking, everybody talks. It started with a whisper. Forget that song. Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather is very close, according to Floyd. Now, that might be Floyd, that might be Conor. But I will tell you this. Something is going to happen to cause this fight to transpire at some particular point in time in the near future. There's too many views and too much money that can be put on the line for this not to happen. The UFC champion versus the boxing champion, undefeated boxing champion. Now, I like Conor McGregor and the spunk he has and his vibrato and his entertainment that he brings to the table. He is basically telling Floyd, put your money where your mouth is, pretty boy. Now, Floyd offered him, $15 million? He already told Floyd, hey, man, that's a pay cut for me. I don't take pay cuts. I like Conor McGregor because you know why? He knows what he wants, and he wants it when he wants it. Just like Floyd, which is why I think these two dominant personalities pitted against one each other in the ring. I do think that this could be an epic battle. People say, if Floyd gets in there, he's going to make a mockery of McGregor. McGregor's an athlete. Give McGregor some time to get with a boxing trainer. I think if he caught Floyd one time, it might be done deal. But let's not lose sight of the fact that Floyd is a champion and he is the boxer. So it could go the other way as well. However, my prediction, I think if they get in the ring, Conor McGregor will get some good shots out on Floyd. Now, Dana White, he came out and even said the deal's not even close to happening. Now, when he says that, I look at this man and say, Dana White, UFC is an international brand. So why would you not want to have that type of notoriety with that type of fight card with Mayweather versus McGregor? The golden boy of boxing, no Oscar de la Hoya, but Floyd Mayweather versus the golden boy of UFC, Conor McGregor. That's a fight that we want to see. We don't want to see Pacquiao and Mayweather again because we already saw them dance around in Do-Shi-Do for a whole 12 rounds and we didn't get our money's worth. We don't want to see that. We want to see showman versus showman, mano y mano, big dog versus big dog. That's what we want to see, Dana White. So you need to make it happen. Now, I'm thinking maybe this is a power struggle to try to let Floyd and his camp know that, no, if this thing happens, I'm going to be the one who gets the notoriety for setting it up. I'm going to be the plug, not you guys, me. Or who's promoting? You guys, is that what you guys are worried about? Who's going to get the money mainly from promotional reasons for this fight? Who's going to? Is that what we're trying to figure out? Whose side is going to control this entire event and have the end-all, be-all, and the overarching say for how this fight should happen, when it should take place, and what's going to go down? Dana White, stop it. The fans want to see it. You need to get with Floyd people, you need to get with Dana White and the UFC peoples and make this happen because we want to see it. And I'll leave you with this. Conor McGregor, I like his confidence. I like the things he says. I like the fact that he's so verbose in the way he tells you that he will end a man. This is exactly his quote. Honestly, my fist is bigger than his head. I sleep people. I put people unconscious. I'm stating facts. If I hit a man, his head is going to go into the bleachers. You understand that? If I crack that little head of his, speaking of Floyd, it's going to go clean off his shoulder and up into the bleachers. To me, that sounds like fighting words. Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather, make it happen. We want to see it. Now, NBA-wise news, you guys know, we're at the midway point, a little bit past the midway point, and what do they get to do around this time of year? They get to sit back, chillax, chill, post up, feet up Kings, All-Star Weekends in New Orleans. I'm not there this year. I've been to New Orleans twice, but I'm not there for this All-Star game. Now, the question that I want to know about this All-Star game. Now, I honestly think the West will win this game just because there's too many athletes in the West, which there's athletes in the East as well. You got LeBron James and the Kyle Lowrys and the Isaiah Thomases. You got guys like that, but the West has the purebred blood, should I say. They got the Chefs, they got the Aldridges, the Draymonds, the Klay Thompsons, the KD. Oh man, did I name everybody but one guy that wasn't on the Warriors? Oh, but the West is stacked, so I think they'll get this game done. But my question, will Steve Kerr play Westbrook and KD together at the same time simultaneously? I don't think so, because there's just too much yuck sauce on this relationship. It's been tarnished, it's beat up, it's messed up. And I don't think these guys who didn't want to work together, obviously before, because KD chose to leave OKC, so he showed Russell Westbrook he doesn't want to work with him. And then we fast forward, Russell Westbrook clearly wouldn't want to work with this man now after what he did in the office a few months ago. So I don't think that Steve Kerr will be, especially because Westbrook, he's not a starter. So he's on the bench, he's coming off the bench, so I don't think that he'll purposely put them in the game together just because he knows that's a no good deal. He doesn't want to mix that type of combo. He'll have them on the bench. But it just depends on what he asks them. But I would not do that. I don't think they'd want to play together just because of everything that's going on with the offseason, and Golden State's up 3-0 this season on OKC. I hope they don't get swept. They got one more game to play this regular season, but I don't think it'll happen. Now, NBA dunk contest, the participants this year, I kind of like the picks. I mean, at least I know three of the guys. You know, I've seen three of the guys' games. You got Derrick Jones Jr. from the Phoenix Suns dunking in this year's dunk contest. Glenn Robinson III from Michigan, now a Pacer who's going to be windmilling and shaka-locking on the rim. Then you got DeAndre Jordan from the Clippers who's going to throw one down one time. And then also you got the defending champ, Aaron Booty Scoop Gordon from the Magic. Now, I love that dunk he did last year. That's my name for it. I call it the booty scoop because it was so smooth how he could just jump over somebody and scoop it under that booty and dunk it. I like Aaron Gordon. I think he'll win the dunk contest. So make sure you watch it. Check out my pick because Mr. Magic will get it done. Now, Draymond Green. Did you all hear about what he said about Mr. James Dolan? They're talking about it everywhere. He kept it 1,000 about how he feels for real. Said that James Dolan had a slave master mentality. This is going to be an all-star weekend distraction, Draymond Green. So if this is what you wanted to get some cameras in your face, sir, you by golly did it, sir. So James Dolan, yes, what he did wasn't the best thing to Charles Oakley, but I think in these day and times, Draymond, you have to preface what you say. You can't just come out and make a comment like that because it could rub people the wrong way, which is it has done with quite a few analysts, especially African-American analysts as well, Stephen A. Smith, Bomani Jones. So, Draymond, you just got to be careful about how you word these things. I understand the point that you were making. Everybody's on your case saying that you shouldn't have said that about him, as far as slavery and relating that concept of what happened between him and Oakley to a slave master mentality. But essentially what Draymond said is the fact that James Dolan says, when you were here and you weren't against me, everything was good, I'm good. But now that you're not here and you're against me, I have an issue with it. And some people say, oh, James Dolan just doesn't like anyone talking to anybody. But look at the power infrastructure here. James Dolan's the owner. He banned Oakley from an arena. And evidently, he's had people follow him around before. We don't know the whole story. He's had people follow him into the arena, around the building, to make sure that nothing crazy happens in the past. But we don't know the whole story of the history behind the whole Charles Oakley incident and why it really took place. Yeah, we saw Sprewell and Larry Johnson, Grandmama, sitting next to James Dolan at the Knicks game. And you could say, oh, that means he's not a racist or this and that. Well, I mean, technically, to make those parallels, I mean, we talk about books like $40 Million Slaves. I brought it up millions of times. So I think to use the word is okay. I mean, William Rhoden's a very knowledgeable, respectable, reputable individual. He's a great author, so I'm pretty sure some of the stuff he talked about refers to ownership, which is the NBA. Why do they have an initiative to get more minority owners? Because you have a league that's predominantly African American, has some international players, Caucasian players as well, but it's predominantly African American, and you've got the 90% owners who are predominantly Caucasian. So when you use that term and you've got guys that have all the money calling all the shots and make all the rules, and considering everybody agreed that this was a bogus rule against Charles Oakley, but Why can't Draymond come out and say what he said? That's what I'll say. If everybody agrees that this was a bogus thing by James Dolan banning Oakley from the arena for whatever reason because of what happened the other night, and we've said that he's a terrible leader, his organization's not good, it's a terrible product. We say all of these things, and he's banning people from the arena because he's what, a billionaire? Because he owns Madison Square Garden? You know, instead of talking to this man, he played for your organization? Draymond, you got to be careful about what you say, but I understand the route that you're trying to go, sir. And I commend you, Draymond Green, for being honest on your podcast, sir. Check out my podcast, man. Now, NCAA-wise, college hoops, we still watch it. You know, they had the crossover last night, Dickie V in the NBA, Bill Walton in the NBA, and then they had the boys, they had Kara Lawson and PJ Carlesimo there doing a college game. So, I mean, I like crossover events. I like it. Shout out to Duke for the 6. Now, the 6 referring to their 6th consecutive win in a row. They beat Virginia. Last loss ended with a windmill against Dennis Smith Jr. and the NC State Wolfpack, who, by golly, are going to lose their coach. And I'm salty about it because I like Mark Godfrey. He's a good guy, family friend of ours. But I don't know if he'll be there too much longer because they're getting blown out game after game after game. They lost by 23 last night, and it's just not looking great. But the talent is finally aligning for Duke. Harry Giles, Frank Jackson, Grayson Allen, Luke Kennard, Jason Tatum dunking on everybody. So, Duke, this is a team you don't want to see in the tournament. Gonzaga, you don't want them in your restaurant this March. I guarantee you that. Now, make sure you check out the next show. Catch me Tuesday for the All-Star Game recap. I'll give you all the juice, things I saw, things I didn't like, things I liked, things that were interesting, who won the dunk contest. Make sure you tune in Tuesday to Zoe Knows Sports Show, where you know Zoe knows. Thank you for watching. Take care.